Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, what's going on? It's your boy, man like Matt. It's Team Kop-Ish. It is the summer daily news show. Bringing you that Liverpool content each and every time, people. Sorry, I sound a bit mashed up. I've got a bit of a cold and hay fever as well, so I'm a bit under the weather, but you know, we're still going to get into this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's Liverpool, and listen, we don't stop bringing you that content and that news. Listen, if you haven't already, like and subscribe and smash that button. Please, people, smash that like button and become a member as well. If you're not a member, make sure you become a member because we've got some great content on there for you guys as well. So, people, after that kind of long-winded intro, let's get into it. And you want to know something, people? This one will not go away. Let's start off with Ryan Gravenberch. Reports again about Ryan Gravenberch and Liverpool just keep on resurfacing. Now, there's been a recent report where it's been said that Liverpool are still focusing or pushing, shall I say, to sign Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich this summer, with the player open to an exit from Bayern Munich. Obviously, Gravenberch joined in Bayern for £21 million from Ajax last season, but enjoyed obviously a frustrating season in Germany, while Joshua Kimmich and Goretzka blocking his path for the starting lineup. The 21-year-old played 32 times across all competitions, yet only 5 of those came from the starting lineup. That is crazy. I can't even lie. And it also goes on to say as well that Liverpool's interest is believed to be more advanced, apparently, because Man United are reported to be interested in Gravenberch as well, with the club set to back Jurgen Klopp's wishes of his transfer. And not only that, it also says the club obviously are aware that his future will be reevaluated after the player returns from international duty. And if I'm not, and there's even been, what was it? I think it was the Bayern president that kind of spoke about it as well. I think he said something along the lines of he's an important player and I'm sure he will get some minutes. So I don't know, people. Like, for me personally, I do think Ryan Gravenberch is a talented player. I want Ryan Gravenberch at Liverpool. However, I do feel like it's still taking a little bit longer if we are supposed to be getting him. And I do believe that after other players like Kevin Tram and potentially Kone, I think they're ahead in the pecking order. But at the same time, I'm wondering, is Thuram ahead in the pecking order because it's kind of stalling with Ryan Gravenberch and having to wait around? I do think they're talents. I think out of the two, who would I prefer? I think Kefran maybe has a higher ceiling, although I reckon Ryan Gravenberch is a more refined player. He just didn't have a great season last season, whereas obviously Thuram had a very good season for Nice. So, but yeah, man, box-to-box players, it seems to be what we're interested in getting. So let's see what happens there, people. So the next person I want to speak about, Kyle Walker. This one's kind of mad, I'll be honest, people. So Kyle Walker apparently was supposed to be in advanced negotiations in a move to Bayern, but then news has also broke out that he's open to staying at Man City, and there's talks over a new contract. But Bayern have been discussing a 50 million move for the 33-year-old. Now, what it does say in this report, there have been rumours of interest from Liverpool, but it will be difficult to see such a transaction take place between the Premier League rivals, and rightly so. So it's not even necessarily for me. Obviously, it is about Kyle Walker, but it's more about, all right, if there is interest, how real is the interest? Okay, cool. But it's more about you want a right back. Liverpool want a right back. You know what I'm doing here, innit, people? You know I'm 2-2 make 4. If Liverpool are supposed to be rumoured to be getting a right back, and Kyle Walker is kind of thrown into the mix, maybe there was interest there, but Liverpool kind of know it's not going to go anywhere. It's kind of leading us to believe that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be shifting into midfield, because you look at his excursion for England and look what he was doing. And I think even Southgate mentioned, I'm going to play him there. I've got no issues playing him there. He's done a great job. And Trent's spoken about how happy he's playing in that role and talking about how he plays for, obviously, for a club level at Liverpool there. So that says to me that Liverpool might be up to something with this whole right back talk. I just think what it is, there's a lot of focus on the midfield that we're not forgetting, but I think the right back news is a bit slow, or yes, it's not really like high priority, so to speak. But I do think once we get that midfielder over the line, I think we're going to start seeing more links with right backs potentially. And I think if we do sign that right back, I think that tells you everything that we kind of wanted to hear, or at least the majority of us, that Trent Alexander-Arnold will be a centre midfielder next season. Sticking with centre midfielders, another player we've been linked to. This is courtesy of Fabrizio Romano speaking about Gabri Veiga. Now, this sensation of a player last season was serious. Celta Vigo, I think he saved them from relegation, I believe, on the last day of the season. I think he got a brace. Last season, he scored 11 goals and got 4 assists. The guy's only 21 years of age. He is a huge talent for Spain, and he's going to be a talent wherever he plays, wherever he goes to, in my opinion. Liverpool, according to Fabrizio Romano, checked on Gabri Veiga last week to find out the conditions of his contract, because he has a €40 million release clause. Liverpool wanted to kind of find out whether that release clause can be paid in full. Can it be negotiated? Is there a way that we could maybe even potentially pay higher than the release clause, but potentially pay in installments? So Liverpool have done their homework on Gabri Veiga, and Chelsea have also done the same thing. What I think is happening here is Liverpool are not doing what they've done over years, where it's literally just one target and nothing. Liverpool are assessing every single top talent they can think of and thinking which best deal suits us. Which deal do we think is going to maximize for us and the player? And I think Gabri Veiga, I'm happy to hear that he's another one that's been looked at by us as well, because again, like he's an amazing talent. So I'm happy to hear Liverpool are doing their due diligence on these players and making sure we understand what these deals are about and how we can get over these players. So it remains to be seen what happens. But he did say, I think in another update, that Liverpool and Chelsea are like really, really strong interest, spoken potentially to the players' camp as well. But there's just been no bid as of yet. I reckon if Chelsea triggered a bid or even bid, I reckon Liverpool potentially jump in. I think this is a deal that we can't miss out on, or vice versa. If it's at Liverpool or Chelsea, I think it's maybe one of them two that get him, but remains to be seen. Another person I want to talk about, again, is sticking with midfielders again, people. Nico Barella. There was a bit of a stir, or should I say a bit of a news madness. I think it was towards the end of last week, where Newcastle are rumoured to be close to, I think it was on Friday, Newcastle close to be getting Barella for like 50 million, but Fabrizio kind of said that is just not happening. Now, is the interest in Barella from Liverpool? He did say Liverpool have been watching the player and admirers of him for a long time. He said, watch this space. And he also said 50 million won't be enough. And rightly so, it's Nico Barella. He's arguably a world-class midfielder. And if you don't think he's world-class, then he's close to being world-class, in my opinion. Nico Barella is an absolute baller. He can do it all, in my opinion. Had a decent season last season. Not amazing decent. I think he got 6 goals, 7 assists last season, 35 appearances. But it's not even just about like assists for me. It's just what he brings to the team, man. He's like a complete centre mid, if you ask me, Nico Barella, man. And he's 26 years of age as well. Like, that's the perfect age, in my opinion, for a player to like thrive, because you've got the experience and the know-how, but at the same time, you're young enough and you know what I mean, durable enough to meet Klopp's demands. But Nico Barella is one that I also think we should keep an eye on. Listen, I know I'm saying this a lot. I don't want to get too excited, people, but it does look like Liverpool are at least going to get 1 or 2 more midfielders. We just don't know which ones it is. And it's whoever you follow, whatever you want to read. But just going by all the news I've given you today, people, especially I would say Gabri Veiga and Gravenberch more so than Barella. However, I'm still thinking Thuram is still the primary target. So you never know. Liverpool might be cooking something, might be getting 2 midfielders or 3. We would love to see it because, you know, we've lost midfielders. Let's see what happens. But yeah, people, that'll be it for today. But listen, make sure you smash that like button. It's your boy, Man Like Matt. It's the Summer Daily News Show. I'm out. Love. Peace.